Doesn't look like it. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Little after. Well, I just can't seem to keep the connection going here. Where have I been? I've been busy working. I have. Let's see. I spent Thursday, Friday, and Saturday having garage sales at my house. Trying to get rid of a bunch of the stuff that I had gotten in storage units. I bought like 3 of them. One of them was 10 by 20 feet, and it was completely full. A lot of toolboxes, a lot of heavy stuff. Generators. This generator that weighed like 300 pounds, maybe more. Refrigerators, freezers, everything you can think of. A leather horse saddle. All kinds of stuff, and tons of just household things that I had to spend I don't know, usually each day I do a storage unit. I spend about a day unloading it and bringing it home, maybe a few hours going through some of the stuff, and then spend another day. So I don't know, there's like 6 days of working on that. And I had this garage sale. Let's see, that's 9 days. And in between that, I've got to pack up all the stuff from my eBay store. So yesterday I spent the entire day from the time I woke up till, just spent the entire day packing things up for eBay. And I've just been busy working, like most people do. Well, like 200 million people in the United States do. Got about 100 million people that how interesting. About 100 million people that just live off of benefits from the other people that are working. Just checking out this guy's sticker on the back of his truck. It's the exact same logo on a hat that I have that says "No Backstabbers." So today I am on my way to my probation meeting. So again, those of you that want to know why I'm on probation, that if you're new to my channel, I'm not going to go through the whole story again. It's on my website, bardin.us, BARREDIN.us, and there's interviews with a bunch of people talking about organized stalking and harassment, MK Ultra, COINTELPRO, that kind of thing. So this is basically just a documenting video. All right, truck started fine today when I left the house, so we'll see if it starts when I get back in. Grab my backpack with me so the same thing doesn't happen to me that happened to John Solomon. If you guys don't know who John Solomon is, he's a reporter in DC. Had a bunch of he had a laptop stolen out of his car with a bunch of important information on a report that he was going to do. He's reported on the on FISA court abuse. But today I have a probation meeting, so I'm to look nice when I go to a meeting. And I'm just heading into the store to get a money order, a cashier's check, whatever. Morning. Let's say hi to my YouTube fans. You're flipping them all off right now, though.
YouTube fans?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which channel do you have?
Just my name, Michael Bardin.
What do you do for a living?
I'll give you a car. Well, right now I'm doing some journalism. There, it's my website right there.
Oh, nice.
Not really.
Investi- investigative journalist. That's
Yeah,
good.
I investigate organized stalking and harassment, aka gang stalking, by systems
Whistleblowers, huh?
put in place by compartmentalized groups in our government.
That we do have a problem with.
Yeah, they hire people that we call gang stalkers that get paid with gift cards, different other covert methods to go out harass.
It's your website too?
That's my website. Yep, you can go there and find
You
these
got a
huge.
podcast?
That you're on it right now. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, you can
going
go
in
on there
and-
and find interviews with former CIA, FBI, NSA, particle physicists that have graduated from Oxford, stuff like that. And you're
Very interesting. What do you think about our trial going on?
I think he's getting screwed. Actually, he's part of the targeted individuals. He was targeted under FISA Section 702, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. They're using your tax money, well, if you pay taxes, and other people's tax money to target, slander, and harass.
Why would why wouldn't you think I pay taxes?
I don't assume anything about anybody.
That's true. Can't assume anything.
Yeah, no. You could be a disabled veteran. You could be, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So go ahead and finish telling me, why do you think he's been set?
Because have you ever heard of the deep state? You know what the deep state is?
Deep state, no.
Deep state. The deep state and the shadow government is something that former CIA counterintelligence Kevin Shipp came out and blew the whistle on, explained to people that they are the entity basically above our government, that runs our government, that gives us the illusion that we have choices, basically. And the one, it's basically compartmentalized government, corporations, and mafia that have merged to completely make a totalitarian government running all of us.
Hasn't that been like that since day one?
It's well since you and I have been alive, yeah. So this has been going on for decades.
Right, so it's nothing
So this
new.
is, yeah, just because it's nothing new. Do you want to keep living under that?
Well, I don't want to keep it, but society knows this is nothing new. This has been going on since you and I have been born, even before that. So
But-
it's not like this is something new that all of a sudden we just now find out about. Now we want to do
A lot of
something
people
about it.
are just finding out about it. It's called the Great Awakening. A lot of people waking up and realizing that we're debt slaves, we're tax slaves, we're slaves to the system. So Trump is basically doing something very similar to what Abraham Lincoln did, to what John F. Kennedy was trying to do, and the CIA shot him for it.
He's just doing a more modernized version of it, basically.
Well, yeah, there's technology now. So,
Right.
and he's got basically a digital army of citizens that are awake and are trying to help with the same thing. And the people that are fighting against each other that are fighting against the people that support Trump and General Flynn and a lot of the other people that are trying to do something about this are they're deceived through the mainstream media.
Right?
The mainstream media lies to us every single day.
I think Fox News is pretty good at that.
I think every organization. So here's the thing: mainstream media, all of it is owned by 6 corporations, 6 major corporations. All of those corporations answer to the Tavistock Institute, which is in London, England.
Okay.
So all of the information that we're fed, all of the bullshit that they tell us every single day, comes from London, England, from the king and the queen. So all of the real news, all of the real social media, all the real media that you can get are from citizen journalists that are living out every single day, experiencing real life, and putting that information out.
So the so-called fake news.
Fake news. It's not so-called. It's actually it's called Operation Mockingbird, and it was started by the CIA. The head of the CIA was is on camera saying when every American has a complete false narrative of what's going on in the United States, we won. The CIA is part of, and see, the thing is, it's not everybody in the CIA, it's not everybody in the FBI, it's not everybody in the NSA, it's compartmentalized. So there's what's called white hats and black hats, good guys, bad guys, and they're fighting it out too. So there's some of the people that are considered white hats are on my website. You can check them out. Kevin Schiff, a guy named John D'Souza, former FBI agent.
Sounds familiar.
John, you ever seen that show, The X-Files? He's the X-Man. He's the actual real guy that show was written about. Chris Carter, the director, the producer of The X-Files, got a hold of John D'Souza, had him come out and give information about a bunch of the cases that he worked on. And of course, they added some stuff in there for TV, right? So it's not all, yeah. But yeah, I spent an entire day with that guy a few months ago. He taught me some investigation tactics to investigate and explain in court what I've been going through and how I've been targeted. He lives in Tucson, Arizona. He's a Mexican guy, about as tall as you. Awesome guy. Just invited him to my house a couple days ago. Yeah, check him out. You could find, just look him up. Yeah, John D'Souza.
I'm definitely going to do a little research on it. Just think on Mike Bloomberg.
Hold on a second. So check this out. This guy showed up with a cart. He was nowhere to be seen. He just showed up out of nowhere with a cart full of Diet Coke, and then wanted to pay for each one individually, and jumped in line in front of this dude right here. So that's the type of stuff. Bloomberg, I think Bloomberg is an oligarch.
Enlighten me. What is an oligarch?
Like a Russian oligarch, dictator.
Do you think so?
Absolutely, yeah. He pretends that he's a typical Democrat. They pretend that they are the friend of ethnicities, different ethnicities,
Right.
And they use that to their advantage to control you. Good conversations with people here in line at the store. Here in Avondale, Arizona, west side of Phoenix.
Interesting election coming up.
It should be. Iowa, Trump won 78% of the total vote yesterday in Iowa. 78, 95% of Republicans. And see, I'm not even a Republican or a Democrat. I'm just in the middle, an objective guy. Exactly. Good talking to you, buddy. I need to conduct some business here. Hey, how you been?
Good, you?
Good. I always like seeing you here. You get a $100 money order, a gesture check, whatever you want you don't fill out.
$100 and 80 cents.
Oh,
Do you have a price card?
yes. Oh, of course I don't have any change in there.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you can just make the check for less.
I got you.
Thank you. Price card. So get my gas discount. There you go. That's interesting. They got shit over the shopping cart full of Diet Coke. You can thank me for that. That guy was here for me. You're just slowing me down. I got a meeting to go to. Sounds crazy unless you're paying attention.
Thank
All right.
you.
Have a good day. Good seeing you. All right. Yeah, Mike Bloomberg, that guy's pretty much an oligarch. What did he say he wanted to, Oh God, what was that he said that was so ridiculous a few weeks ago? Still kind of early. I'm still getting going here. So you notice how that guy was putting on his chapstick in line with his middle finger, and it was aimed right at me? That's like one of the things that they do a lot, which plausible deniability. People do that. You typically would be aware enough to not be just sitting there pointing your middle finger at somebody, but when it happens over and over and over, you start to get it. Yeah, Trump won with 78%, right? Did I read that right? Yesterday in Iowa, of the total vote. Alright, got some people here about to walk behind my truck. With impeccable timing. Oh, look at that. So somebody just said, Road to Prison said he spent 4 years in prison, and what'd you say? Black guys put chapstick on with their middle finger? Is that like a thing that I've had a lot of black friends. I've never remember them doing that. But hey, if that's a thing, you can learn something new every day. I just use this thing. Yeah, I don't remember any of my friends doing that. Oh, whatever. That's neither here nor there. So I spent about the entire day yesterday kind of multitasking while I was working on Twitter. Twitter seems to be a pretty good platform to advocate, to get information out there. And got some people that I really admire that follow me on Twitter now. And a lot of people that can that are going through similar things can get together and have conversations. Not long ones, 'cause you only get a certain amount of characters, but Severe Anon, he's the rapper. He's the guy that came out with the Deep State raps, and he does a damn good job. He's a good rapper. He's awake. He's paying attention to what's going on. And he said he was wearing his QAnon shirt and his MAGA hat walking through New York yesterday or the day before, and a police officer stopped him and said, or gave him the thumbs up, and he said, Severe Anon said, "Hey man, how long you guys been down with Q?" And he said the police officer's reply was, "Stay one, all of us have." And when police officers refer to all of us, to me that means every single one of them, because every single one of them basically stays behind the blue line. That means they don't tell on each other. They get away with a lot of different things. I've seen it in person. I used to work with cops when I was in the fire department. We'd go out, somebody get pulled over for drunk driving, they get to just go on home. My ex-brother-in-law was a what was he, highway patrol. God, it's been a long time. That was my son's mother. My son's mother that passed away the morning of my birthday, coincidentally. But anyway, brother-in-law, he yeah, we were out driving. He had a nice Super Sport Camaro, hauling ass, get pulled over, show the badge. They don't bust each other. Anyway, so I interjected and I just said, hey, I just want you to know that not every single one of these cops is a good cop. There are definitely good cops. but not all of them. There are some of them that are paid off by the mafia, the cartel. They're part of this gang stalking system. And if you are stalking, harassing someone, stealing their property, running a psychological operation on them, which is not even allowed in the Geneva Conventions, on the back of every service member's military ID. They're performing the same job duties that the Stasi police in East Germany did to people, and taking part in MK Ultra, then that's definitely not an honorable or noble position. So I would not call somebody a good cop if they were doing that. And I got some backlash on that by a bunch of the people that, just see things as black and white. Can I get a 4-pack of the 5% Jules, the, I guess, menthol? You don't have them anymore? Yep, I do. Check this beard out right here. I'm not complaining, I'm just doing it. But isn't that interesting that you have to have your ID to buy tobacco products, but you don't have it to vote? You don't have to have it to vote.
1631.
Yeah, I know it's not your rule, and you probably get tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, I do. 17, 18, 19, 20.
All right. Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye.
So anyway, yeah, the people on Severe Non's channel lit me up, man. They some of them were trolls. You can kind of tell by their usernames. That's fine. I'm used to that. But some of the people that are following QAnon, I don't think really realize what the objective is of QAnon and the Great Awakening. Change and new information is painful and uncomfortable. It's not a QAnon is not a car club or just a happy feel good get together place to meet friends. It's a digital journalist, digital soldier army of people that are trying to take down really terrible people that are doing really terrible things. And that's not always going to be fun. And not everything, like I said, is black and white. There are gray areas. There are, like I always say, I always keep repeating myself, but this is something that you have to do. Kind of like when I own my insurance agency. You repeat yourself. It's the same thing that they do to us with brainwashing. It's to get something to sink into somebody's head. You have to tell them over and over. It's why they play commercials over and over and over. Damn, I lost track of what I was. Okay. What I was gonna say is, no large group of people, regardless of who the group is either good or bad. If you take all of the police officers, if you take all of the doctors, if you take all of the politicians, if you take all of the any group, teachers, there are good guys and there are bad guys, and there are people that are kind of stuck in the middle that are just floating and aren't really paying attention. Every large group has its compartments, and with each person it's situational. But usually in every large group, even if it's them, homeowners association, there's somebody that is going to have sociopathic or psychopathic tendencies, and they don't want to just contribute to the group and make the group better as a whole. They want to take it over and run it, and then abuse the powers that they have because they made it to the top position. There's always going to be somebody like that. It's very seldom that you have somebody that gets in control, gets ahead, gets to the top of whatever group, organization, whatever they're in, and does the right thing. I got a truck in front of me that says Cons, C-O-N-N-S, appliances, electronics, furniture, mattresses. Con fix. Well, thanks for reminding me, Cons. Like I was talking about doing the storage units, and I was talking about how people get into my house just like they did in Stasi, Germany. This isn't the first time that this has ever happened in history where they do this to people, and try to attack their finances, you know, not try to take away their livelihood. This has happened to me over and over and over. My eBay store gets attacked. So one of the storage units that I purchased had a really nice Frigidaire professional series refrigerator and freezer side by side, two separate units, worth like, if you buy them new, $1,700 to $2,000 each. So I spent about the entire day cleaning them both up. They were pretty dirty. Got them all cleaned up, disinfected, and plugged them in. Both of them worked great. Refrigerator got cold right away. The freezer froze. It was freezing when I got up this morning. Unplugged them both. But I got a message last night, and I'm hurting pretty bad financially. I'm scraping by every day, just trying to get the bills paid, pay for food for my family, my daughter and I, my dog, and one of the selling apps that I use, it seems like it's been hacked recently. I usually it's just functioning differently than it usually does at the beginning of the month. I get a lot of sales. I have really low prices on the stuff that I get, so I can sell it quickly and still make a profit. And my daughter and I left the house yesterday, to go deliver the packages to the post office. And as we were leaving, a guy pulls up in a like a utility truck, a box truck, not a box truck. Toolboxes on the side. Guy pulls up right in front of my house, stops right in front of my house, lurking like most gang stalkers do, and then just drove off and turned around the corner, you know, like they do all the time. I get home, I get a message about this refrigerator and freezer. Guy says, "Hey, will you be home tomorrow afternoon? I'll have cash in hand, I can come pick these up." And I was like, awesome, there's $350 that I'll have to be able to maybe go buy some groceries, pay a bill. I plug them in last night, refrigerator doesn't work. So I had to message that guy and let him know. And then there's a whole bunch of, usually after they pull a skit on you and set you back, they'll antagonize you and remind you about it over and over and over. So it's just one of the things they do. I've gotten used to it. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep explaining the tactics they use, and yeah, keep exposing this until it stops. But as far as dealing with it, I've just learned to deal with it. Not much I can do. Oh, here comes a uniformed police officer with some paperwork in his hand. Interesting. First time I've seen one of those guys at the federal courthouse. He looks like a parole officer. Maybe he looks just like the parole officer that showed up in uniform to my garage sale on, I don't know, the second or third day. Yeah, a parole officer just showed up to the garage sale. He's looking around, asking questions about things, asking questions about there's a baby stroller that I had out there. And he's asking about it. I said, yeah, it's pretty good. Just got a little bit of baby puke on it. Nothing a pressure washer wouldn't take care of, huh? I just shared a video with Amazing Polly. She was talking about a noise situation that she had at her house for over a year now. People working on a roof for over a month, things like that. And I said, yeah, listen to what's going on in front of my house right now. And it was a guy out there using a pressure washer. So the parole officer wanted to remind me that they were messing with me with the pressure washer. It's just ridiculous, childish things that they do over and over. So, this Phoenix PD, he just wanted to make sure that I knew that he was staring at me just now. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I don't hate all of you. Only this Stasi. All right, I gotta go. This is a federal courthouse, so I gotta shut this camera off. Everybody have a good